In this specific episode, we are set to explore the brilliance of Leipzig, who is esteemed, alongside the great Mozart, as one of the most important composers in the chronicles of history. We shall delve into the complex interconnection between Bach's compositions, mathematics, and cosmology, as well as uncover the reason behind the deep emotional strength inherent in his music. I am Jacob Viñas, a conductor, cellist, and author. Welcome to the 5th episode of The Music of Your Life. Bach, renowned for his precise and meticulous compositional structure, skillfully incorporated mathematical principles into his musical compositions. Extensive studies have revealed that his works contain intricate numerical patterns and symmetrical structures that reflect an underlying mathematical harmony. For example, within his musical compositions, symmetries and proportions are evident, suggesting the use of the golden ratio, a mathematical relationship frequently found in the natural world. Moreover, Johann Sebastian Bach's musical compositions have been thoroughly analyzed and meticulously studied utilizing information theory tools, which have revealed that his intricate compositions are structured in such a manner that they facilitate comprehension and anticipation by the attentive listener. We would be discussing then regarding a Bach effect. Although it is a widely recognized anecdote, we wish to present it here because of its considerable significance. Johann Sebastian Bach received a distinctive commission from Hermann Karl von Kieseling, a count who suffered from chronic insomnia. This count sought music that would offer him tranquility and serenity throughout his prolonged sleepless nights. To respond to this particular request, Johann Sebastian Bach composed one of the most emblematic and renowned works of classical music, the famous Goldberg Variations. This piece is a universal legacy of tranquility, introspection, and connection with the deepest aspects of the human experience. Another anecdote recounts that Johann Sebastian Bach had a musical confrontation with a rival organist by the name of Louis Marchand at the court of Dresden. This kind of musical confrontation or talent challenge was quite common during that era and was highly popular with the audience. Both of the musicians were challenged to participate in a musical improvisation duel, but when the designated day arrived, Marchand did not make an appearance. What had transpired was that Marchand had the opportunity to hear his rival's extraordinary talent shortly before, while he was practicing, and consequently decided to withdraw in order to avoid confronting him. In the city of Leipzig, where Johann Sebastian Bach dedicated nearly the entirety of his professional career, spanning 27 years, he undertook one of the most significant challenges of his life, composing a cantata each and every week for religious ceremonies. Every one of these compositions stands as a testament to his immense strength, unwavering discipline, and genuine artistic authenticity. Bach himself wrote, "I have had to be diligent. Whoever is as diligent as I am will go just as far." One of Johann Sebastian Bach's most renowned expressions is, "Without effort, there is no reward." Johann Sebastian Bach never composed his music with the intention to impress others or to seek personal glory for himself. Compositions such as the Brandenburg Concertos or the Goldberg Variations exhibit profound emotional depth and his extraordinary ability to profoundly touch the human soul beyond mere words. Let us now explore the profound cosmic interconnection of your musical compositions. Between the years 1722 and 1742, he published an extensive collection of musical compositions known as the 24 Preludes and Fugues. The formal title of this composition was The Well-Tempered Clavier. Every single one of these 24 distinct compositions comprises a prelude, which is paired with a singular fugue and thoroughly explores each of the 12 possible keys in both the major and minor modes. During that era, there was no tuning system available that could accommodate every key, so the well-tempered clavier made it feasible for all keys to be usable through this comprehensive tonal exploration. Each musical key possesses its own distinct and unique character. For instance, in the compositions of Bach, the key of C major is known to reflect a sense of clarity and is imbued with a feeling of serenity. The musical key of E major, as an example, is notably bright and exudes a sense of triumph. The key of D minor is often considered to be tragic and solemn in nature. For example, the key of B minor, which is often employed by Johann Sebastian Bach in his grandiose and monumental musical compositions, is notably somber and introspective. We could confidently assert that every conceivable possibility of musical expression is already comprehensively encapsulated within it. It was not until the 20th century that atonalism truly began to be explored, and from that exploration emerged the 12-tone technique, which was ingeniously invented by Arnold Schoenberg. Paradoxically, however, it is an exceedingly rigid and formalized system that is constrained by its own set of rules. This indeed thoroughly exhausted the public with these highly intricate musical systems. Beethoven, Chopin, Brahms, Shostakovich, and the vast majority of the renowned composers who followed diligently studied Bach's compositions extensively. Shostakovich even composed his own comprehensive cycle of preludes and fugues, which was deeply inspired by Bach's extraordinary work. These preludes and fugues are not merely an unparalleled technical accomplishment, but rather an emotional and philosophical journey through all conceivable tonal possibilities. Every musical key is a unique world, and in Bach's masterful hands, it becomes a profound vehicle for expressing the soul and human emotions. Let's end with insightful quotes from renowned composers about Bach's extraordinary work. Ludwig van Beethoven, for example, articulated that it is not just a mere stream, but instead an expansive and limitless ocean. This is a clever play on words, as the surname Bach in the German language literally translates to brook. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart eventually gained knowledge from Bach. Now, at last, I am a musician. Renowned scientists like the esteemed Albert Einstein saw Johann Sebastian Bach's music as the pre-established harmony of the universe. Carl Sagan, the renowned astronomer and science communicator, once expressed that if he were tasked with sending a singular piece of art into the vastness of space to symbolize the entirety of humanity, it would undoubtedly be a composition by the illustrious Bach. Indeed, Sagan incorporated several of Bach's masterpieces on the Voyager Golden Record, which was designed for potential extraterrestrial civilizations to discover. To conclude our presentation, we shall leave you with the customary cello melody, this time featuring a particularly remarkable piece that is based on the initial prelude of his 24 preludes and fugues, composed by the distinguished French composer Charles Gounod. It is an improvisational piece. The original publication included the lyrics from a poem called Meditation on the First Prelude of Bach. Several years afterward, in the year 1859, Gounod adapted this melody to combine it with the liturgical text of the Ave Maria in Latin. This is the rendition that eventually attained worldwide acclaim as Bach-Gounod's Ave Maria. The rendition I am presenting to you is my instrumental arrangement specifically crafted for cello, accompanied by an orchestra, which I have named A Single Heartbeat. It is dedicated to all the individuals who transform the world and also unveils a vision filled with hope for a joyful future for humanity. See you later.